Hey folks, it's Woody here over USA Made Blade, just coming to you from the shop tonight. Pretty late at night, but we've had a lot of requests for this, and so we wanted to get it done and have it out there for people for the weekend. So this is our overview on the newest knife from EOS Knives, or Elite Outfitting Solutions. This is their Dorado-S, and it is a non-flipper titanium frame lock. And this company's been around for a while. If you watched our overview on the mini cleaver that they have, the mini Nautilus, you know they've been around for a few years, but they've kind of been building and building a lot of different knives. And this is one of their newer creations. It's been around for a little while, enough to have a couple different steels in it, a couple different options. But first time we've gotten our hands on it, and we just want to share some information with you about it. So let's just jump into it. So they come in 3 different types of steels currently. So depending upon the finish on the knife, this one here is S90V, and as you can tell, full tie frame lock. Good early lockup on most of the ones we've handled so far. We've got some beautiful carbon fiber inlays on both sides of it. This pocket clip is stunning. Look at all the machining on this, by the way. This pocket clip only has 1 screw and then a poster to hold it steady. It's a really cool design. Beautiful back spacers on all of these, and good action. I mean, it's seems to flip open really well. These can be spidey flicked. I'll be damned, I did it on the first try. I suck at spidey flicking. So, but they can definitely be spidey flicked. Nice action on them. We'll get into a little bit more on that here in just a little bit. So let's give you some specs on it. The knife is 8 inches overall. We've got a 3-inch cutting edge, but the actual blade itself is about 3¼ inches long. So good handle on it. You get good grip on it. I can get all my fingers on it. I've got pretty good size hands. I get my pinky there on the edge, but still holds very nicely. And like I said, it's just well designed, very well designed. So, excuse me. They've got a couple different finishes that we have currently available, so let's show those off. This is the green antique finish. I believe this one, let me double check. I can't quite see it. I think this one's an S60V. And all the hardware on these is all full titanium. So just little things they think of. I mean, look at that beautiful backspacer. That green antique finish on this with some kind of bronze, coppery look mixed into it. It's beautifully done. Good looking edge on it. You know, all the hardware's matching up. And this one's a little tighter. The first one I showed you was mine, and we'll talk about that in a minute. This is the blue flame with carbon fiber, and then blue hardware throughout it. And this one has a DLC coated blade. So all their black blades are DLC coated. And this one's also S60V, but just beautifully done. I mean, the machining, it's really, really well done. This is their Sasha Gray finish. I didn't name it, they did. This one's CTS XHP steel, purple hardware. And their Sasha Gray finish is something that he learned from another knife maker. So he won't share the process, but I would say it's something along the lines of tumbled and then bead blasted, something along those lines. But good looking finish, and apparently one of their most popular. So, but back to it. I mean, if I'm, you know, we're trying to sell these, so, but I don't like to blow smoke up people's butts. The truth is that out of the box, probably my only complaint is that there was a little bit of tightness, grittiness almost feeling. And I also discussed that when we did the overview on the mini Nautilus. And basically what that seems to be is that detent ball just kind of learning its new way, rubbing against a new surface. So I put a little oil on that detent ball, and within about 100 flips, it's been just smooth as can be. But we're talking about something very minor, something that's noticeable on a lot of knives. You can hear it just in there just a little, but they do loosen up. And then some of them are a little tight on the unlock, and the lock cutout is up near the top. But my thumb kind of naturally finds its way around the middle, and I've discovered that I don't have any lock problems working the middle of the lock. So not really sure why that is, but that's just me. So, but both things are very minor. I haven't really had issues with them. Just stuff that I do like to mention in case you get one that's a little stiff out of the box or something like that. But all in all, incredibly well done knife. Sits nice in the pocket, opens very nicely, and some great steels on all of these. So trying to think of what else to tell you. I think that's about it. I mean, I wish there was more information out there on these, but we're going to help get as much out there as we can. So let's do some comparisons and give you guys an idea of where we're sitting on size with this thing. So here it is compared to the Benchmade Adamas, which if you're into knives, I'm sorry, not the Adamas, the Benchmade full-size Griptilian. And if you're into knives, at some point you've probably owned one of these. So pretty close overall size, maybe a little bit bigger handle and a slightly more blade on the Griptilian, but not by much. Let's jump over to the ZT562 CF, a very popular knife that we sell. Handle on this is almost spot on the same size, just a slight bit more maybe on the ZT, and you get about that extra 1/4-inch blade, maybe. But let me show the width on that. We're real close, maybe a little more width across the back of the handle on the Dorado-S. So we sell a ton of ZT0308s. So I thought we'd throw one of these monsters in there. And not really comparable, but hopefully gives you an idea. ZT0990. This is our paisley engraved version, so shameless plug there. And real close on overall size. Overall length, handle length, blade length, everything's really close. Just the width is much different. And let's throw in a Hinder XM18 3.5. Same size overall as the 562 CF. Just wanted to, some of you that own Hinders have never owned the 562. So give you an idea there. And then let's throw in the Koenig Arius. Definitely a bigger, longer knife on the Arius, but not by a ton. Not by a ton at all. But you still, I'll explain that later. And then, you know what? Last one, and this one I think is probably the best comparison one, is the Hinder Jurassic. Spot on overall blade length, spot on with that bigger handle length for the smaller size of the cutting edge on the blade, and just both really well thought out, really good design knives. So, and then last, if you own the Mini Nautilus, then we'll give you an idea there. Compare one from each brand, so, or one knife from this brand, but very similar in overall size. Just you get a lot more thickness out of that mini cleaver there. So that's it. I can't remember if I said the specs. It's been a long night, so I'll go over them again if I did say them. But 8 inches overall, 3-inch cutting edge, about a 3 1/4-inch blade. We're weighing at about 4.9 ounces, so not too heavy. Great everyday carry knife. So that's it. It's the Dorado-S from EOS Knives. It's new at usamadeblade.com. We've got a variety of models in, so we hope you'll go over there and check it out. And as always, we appreciate you watching.